Hi, I'm Dave Scott, 6-time Ironman champion, and one of the questions that I get all the time, and it's very befuddling to me, is what do I eat? What do I drink? What is my nutrition on race day? And I say, really? You have a golden opportunity on your longer days particularly, and if you do any kind of bricks, to really diagnose and dissect your nutrition so that you have it dialed in. Assuming that you can practice in light conditions, which isn't always the case, humidity and heat, but intensity-wise, you should be able to replicate what you're planning to do in the race. So you have a good feel on what your body is able to take in, what it needs to take in nutritionally so that you can optimize that race day. So I'm gonna give you a few tips. So first rule, you're on the bike. I've skipped the swim. You're not going to take anything in T1. I've had kind of a steadfast rule for a long time, and I've changed some of my rules over time. But wait 20 or 30 minutes before you introduce any kind of fluid to start with. Now, the single biggest flaw that people make, and I've listened to lots of stories on nutritional intake, is that they take in too much too soon. So we've eliminated the too soon part, and now don't take in too much. Less is better. And I'm going to give you a range of total calories. Smaller woman, lean body weight, going a little bit slower, and I'm not just picking on gender on this. You may be taking in 60 to 80 calories per hour. You're missing that first 20 to 30 minutes in the first hour. So recognize it might only have 30 to 50 calories in that first hour on the bike. A faster, bigger male, higher lean body weight, if you're over 300 calories an hour, wow, you're gonna be in trouble and you're gonna have GI distress when you get to the run. That's when most of the people have a shutdown. They don't realize it's taking place on the bike. They get to the run and all of a sudden it's like a volcano in your stomach. So if you're between the range of 100 to about 250 calories, again, a big range, we kind of fall into that window. Third tip, take in smaller volume more frequently, every 10 to 12 minutes. And how do you determine how much to take in? Less is better. Less is better. Number 4, mark your water bottle so you have a plan, so you know what you're going to be taking in. I like the HYDRATE. The HYDRATE has a low level of carbohydrates. It has the necessary electrolytes in it. You can introduce this and get some calorie replacement from carbohydrates, but it will allow you to introduce it at caloric load at a very small amount. And I've heard these horror stories. Oh, I filled my water bottle up and I put in 4 scoops rather than 2 or 1, and I drank that all down the outside of the bike because it's a long day on the bike. And I think, wow, what happened? Oh, I had a lot of GI distress. I couldn't take in anything on the run. This is a very, very common notion in 70.3 and Ironman race where people just have total GI shutdown because they've exacerbated the problem tenfold at the outside of the bike. So, number 5, recognize that water loss is a natural process. We can lose 4 to 6% of our water weight on that race and perform very, very well. So we're not replacing a calorie for a calorie, and we're not replacing fluid for fluid loss. Allow yourself a normal weight loss. And also, the last thing is, you don't have to listen to me. How did you feel? How did you feel? Experiment with less is better. See what your weight loss is at the end. Add up your total number of calories. Add up the total fluid that you're taking in. And if you find that you're having a consistency with the training intensity and like environmental conditions, you are ready for your race. I hope that helps.